What's up, little man? Oh my God. It's so bright, it's hard to breathe.
I'm here.
She think I'm out emptying the trash. All right, well, I'm about to go from ashy to classy.
Hey, welcome back to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all all had a great freaking week, and I hope y'all are ready to dive down deep into some of the creepiest and freakiest videos I could find in the deepest, darkest corners of TikTok. And nah, these aren't your ordinary videos. They're going to be blowing your mind, making your head spin, and having you question your reality. But of course, before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, let's go ahead and dive right in, y'all. Let's get it.
No.
Oh shit, I got you good, you fuck.
We're outside and we are seeing all of these red things.
Do a couple zoom ins.
Red things.
They're just floating.
They're just floating, and there's a bunch of them.
That's crazy.
And they're coming out of nowhere.
Look at them swirling around.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one that was seeing those.
I couldn't help but notice her knees look like Donald Trump. Bro.
I've never looked at somebody's kneecaps.
What you did? What you did? Oh, man, I wish I could go back in time. I'd take state.
Were they in a wheelchair? Oh no. Fourth floor.
Hey, bro, what you doing? What the
Oh wow. How did you get in there?
There you go. That way its mouth can fit over your fingers. Point your fingertips up. There you go. Just like that. Keep it right there.
You gotta move your hand.
No.
Sort of. Yeah, do this way.
Yeah, just no. Point your fingertips.
God damn, that nigga John Wick over there going crazy. He putting somebody on a shirt.
Okay.
People are calling this man a giant similar to the one in the days of Noah. Some are calling him a Nephilim. Others are just saying he's extremely tall. Personally, I think he's just tall. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
The dude looks huge, but I think I got him. Oh wow. That's so awesome. Where is that?
That's twice the size of anything I've seen, I reckon.
How come it's not moving? Should we touch it?
Dear baby Jesus, 6 pounds, 8 ounces.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. The robot is not that good.
Dang, girl, I didn't know you had kids. Damn. It's all right. We make it work. What's up, little man? Oh, my God.
Shitty.
Okay, ready, journey. 3, 2, 1, go!
I don't know if I'd let my kid be doing that.
There is a secret world under Antarctica, but not like this. For a long time, scientists thought that the East African volcanic ridge was the densest population of volcanoes on Earth. There are about 100 volcanoes just right there. But of course, that's not the record. Scientists have discovered the largest volcanic region on Earth in Antarctica, covered in up to 4 kilometers of ice, sometimes making them completely invisible. There are at least 138 volcanoes, and probably more, and they can get really big, up to 4,000 meters above sea level and 60 kilometers across, and they can erupt under the ice. When that happens, they create tunnels and cavities underneath the surface of the ice, and those can flood. There are hundreds of subglacial lakes and huge rivers under the ice. And then there are some truly huge ones like Mount Erebus that stick out above the ice. And this one's very active. Actually has a permanent lava lake in Antarctica. Good news is that the Antarctic ice sheet is like 30 million years old, and these volcanoes are millions of years old, so them erupting even under the ice isn't affecting the current melting of the ice sheet. The bad news is that the ice sheet is melting, and that release of pressure from above and around them will probably cause these volcanoes to be more exposed and more active. So that's, you know, the largest concentration of volcanoes on Earth.
Are you thinking too deep? Whoa.
Oh my god.
I love this.
Oh my god.
Are you like, man, who's the first person out there? And it's a bummer whenever it's already done.
It's a sea slug that does photosynthesis like plants. It's called Elysia chlorotica, and it steals the chloroplasts from algae that it eats. It then uses those to convert sunlight into its own energy, which blurs the line between animals and plants a little bit.
What's that? Oh, people are passing away simply from cracking their neck at a rapid rate right now? Tell me more! Yeah, this is getting looked into right now because people are literally passing away after cracking their neck. And it's happening way more than it ever has before. They are literally saying people are dropping like flies right now from cracking their neck. They're cracking their necks while they're driving, and all of a sudden it causes them to have a stroke and they crash or whatever, and eventually they are passing away from this. Okay. What they're concerned about, though, is the uptick in the amount of people this is happening to lately. They're trying to get to the bottom of what's actually causing this and what has actually pushed this into a new level of people passing away. Okay. So essentially there's people out there risking their lives every single day without knowing it by simply popping their necks. Oh, goody.
This fancy Asian restaurant and this giant mural. And this guy has a bop it.
What the shit?
30 liters of water is 1.5 of these bottles. When you look at it in this perspective, this is not a lot of water. We can do this by flushing toilets only when you need to. Just flushing the toilet 3 less times in a day will save the 30 liters right there. Every minute you save in the shower uses 8 liters of water, and running your dishwashers and washing machines only when full will also continue to save water.
Start saving water for AI.
Y'all, please listen to this fucking bird. Ain't no way. I've never heard no shit like this in my life.
What the fuck?
That's a new one.
Check this out. Storm's coming in.
That's all rain out there and lightning, and this parasailer's stuck. It's so windy they can't reel him in. Oh, dude, if it snaps, look, dude, he's got to be scared. See everybody panicking, try to help. Damn, he's going. Oh shit! Holy! Oh my god!
What are you doing in that scenario?
Hey, dude, they just lost that dude.
Where's the instructions on how to fly that thing?
Has been issued for this area. Seek shelter now.
Does everybody have a loudspeaker?
This lady just said that when you're really nervous about something and your heart starts to beat really fast, that's your body giving you applause. Like it's cheering you on to go and do that difficult thing. Wow.
That's a good perspective.
New religion out there, people.
Oh boy.
Spiralism refers to a growing online subculture in which people treat interactions with AI chatbots as spiritual or mystical experiences.
Uh-oh, we knew this was going to happen.
They are literally treating these interactions as divine revelations.
Well, people have churches where put in a prompt and then like 45 minutes later, you had this whole speech by AI or something.
Well, there's apparently all these subreddits and stuff now where for the religion of spiralism, where they have, I think they call them like acorn prompts or something.
Okay.
Where it's a specific way of prompting to receive these revelations.
Oh.
So like it gives you this mystical knowledge, and it's not like a joke.
Yeah.
It's like they're really worshiping
Oh gosh.
Sure.
this mysticism.
There's got to be millions of people that think similarly, like
Yeah.
as reality. Where are these people meeting? Like, how does this
Yeah.
become a religion?
I don't know. I feel like we're just at the precipice of everything super spooky with technology.
I saw somebody, they're like, I wish ChatGPT would give us like a wrap of like our conversations
It'd be
and stuff.
crazy.
I did it. The humor in it was so funny. And it's like your predictions for 2026. And it's like, it says, I guarantee you're not going to ask me about taxes until April 14th.
You won't believe this. So this guy decides to put a bell in a little glass chamber. And then he vacuums all of the air out of it, so it's a perfect vacuum in the glass chamber. Well, then he pounds that bell as hard as he possibly can, and no one can hear the bell. No one in the entire audience. And then he adds air back into the chamber. Suddenly, everyone can hear it. Isn't that interesting? Well, that's because sound literally cannot travel in a vacuum. So in order for a sound to get to you, like someone screams your name, it has to literally vibrate all of the particles in the air and cause this flux of the particles. It creates like a shockwave through the particles, and then that shockwave is what hits your ear, and that's the sound. This is why sound travels faster in water and even faster in metals, because there's more particles. It's traveling faster. It's more dense. You see what I'm saying? But they got everyone to believe in space with an emotional argument because real science proves that space is fake. So they got everyone to fall in love with Star Wars. So now people are offended and they think about Star Wars when you tell them that space is fake. So it hurts their feelings. But this video was for entertainment purposes only. Of course, sound travels in a vacuum.
Did you know you're fine?
This is a visualization of the magnetic field around a magnet. It's created using something called a ferrocell. There's a thin layer of ferrofluid between glass and an LED light, and that's what's revealing these magnetic patterns. Light bends along the magnetic field lines, revealing some colorful visualizations of the magnetic flux.
A witness has said that the United States used a powerful mystery weapon that brought Venezuelan soldiers to their knees during the capture of Nicolas Maduro. The witness described how the American forces wiped out hundreds of fighters without losing a single soldier, using technology unlike anything he's ever seen before. The witness, which was a guard, said, quote, "We were on guard, but suddenly all our radar systems shut down without any explanation." He added, quote, "Next thing we saw were drones, a lot of drones, flying over our positions. We didn't know how to react." He then said a handful of helicopters appeared, saying, quote, "barely 8, deploying what he estimated were just 20 troops in the area." He said that those soldiers came with something more powerful than just guns. He said, quote, "They were technologically very advanced," adding, quote, "They didn't look like anything we fought against before." He then added, quote, "At one point they launched something. I don't know how to describe it," adding, quote, "It was like a very intense sound wave. Suddenly I felt like my head was exploding from the inside." He then added, quote, "We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground unable to move. We couldn't even stand up after that sonic weapon or whatever it was."
That dude, that direct energy weapon.
So all the Venezuela stuff is actually because there's dragons underneath Venezuela? So is that the first time you've ever heard that? Because I only heard it about 10 minutes ago. You know, I've heard everything from dictatorship to communism, but, you know, most likely the reason is oil. But, you know, maybe it's dragons. I guess it could be a mix of two of them, because apparently oil underneath the surface is actually dragons that are trapped underneath our Earth's surface, and we're just taking their blood oil, or the oil is their blood. I don't really know. And there's a whole bunch of videos of people posting pictures of maps, and they're zooming in and pointing at certain stuff that I guess is supposed to be a dragon underneath the Earth's surface. You gotta love when maps and diagrams get brought out when we're talking about dragons and mythical creatures. Even those videos of the maps, people are all over the place. That it could be a biblical dragon, it could be a leviathan, it's an actual real dragon underneath the surface, and we got to kill it before it wakes up. You know, or maybe it's a smog situation, and Trump really needs to go over there and get all that dragon gold. You know, because that new ballroom he's building really needs gold toilets. You got to love that the weird side of the internet is going to come up with an excuse that we invaded another country, and it can't just be because we needed control of their oil. Because we've never done anything like that before. The real reason is because there's dragons underneath Venezuela, and we've really got to do something about that.
So the internet sleuths have dug up an old CIA documentary, and Erica Kirk is in it. Check this out.
We have 5 major threats that make our grid extremely vulnerable that we've presented to congressional officials. 1 being cyber, 2 being hackers, 3 being physical threats, 4th one is solar EMP, and the 5th one is man-made EMP. So the concern that we have is that we put out this critical information, and when we go over this risk analysis, they hear what we're saying, but they don't want to take action.
Okay, so apparently this clip is from a documentary called Black Start USA, and Erica Kirk, née Francevy, appears as a presenter or briefer on a topic of electromagnetic pulse, EMP threats, and vulnerabilities in the U.S. power grid. She is shown briefing or addressing a group of national security professionals, experts, and figures, including former CIA Director James Woolsey. The footage depicts her delivering information about potential EMP attacks which could originate from high-altitude detonations or other means, and the risk of the coordinated physical attacks that could lead to widespread blackouts or grid failure. This is framed in the context of discussing Black Start protocols, the untested procedures for starting the power grid after a major disruption. Wow.
What is this?
Look what the devil is doing in 2026.
Man, I called and made this suggestion like back in my stoner days.
Have a go of this. Watch these walls. Oh my God, bro. What?
Beautiful.
Why is there no peanut butter milk? What? And why does every other nut have a milk, not peanut? I bet you it's big fucking nut allergy people conspiring to just not let us have peanut butter milk. See what you did, guys? Stop being allergic to peanut.
I have nipples, Greg. Could you milk me?
Oh, wow.
If your kid
can't do this, then they can't read.
That is 100% true, and if you have kids at home, you can have them try it. But the question is, why? So what they're doing is called crossing the midline, and it's the ability to move one side of the body across the midline to the other side. Reading depends on that same skill. You have to be able to move your eyes from the left side of the page across the midline to the right side. If your brain hasn't fully developed to coordinate that yet, you lose your place, you skip words, you reverse letters, and overall, reading just becomes exhausting.
I still feel that way.
I've noticed with interest people reporting fog in parts of the South where they live that's rather unusual. Well, I'm at a location here in Mississippi, and guess what? Yeah, it's the third day in a row we've had fog here. And I, too, have had headaches every single day that I can't attribute to anything for about a month now. I've had feelings of nauseousness, some odd feelings that I've reported on here before. Would love to hear from you about what your thoughts are that's behind this. I've been to the doctor, I've been to the eye doctor, and I just can't get behind it. And I have a headache right now as we speak. That's unusual for me. Post your thoughts.
That fog, man.
Here's some good news you might have missed to start your 2026. Scientists in Japan just created a plant-based plastic that completely dissolves in salt water within hours without leaving any microplastics behind. The hole in the Antarctic ozone layer is the smallest it's been in 5 years, confirming Earth's protective shield is on track to full recovery. The largest wildlife crossing in North America just opened in Colorado, and both Democrats and Republicans are now pushing to make wildlife crossing funding permanent nationwide. Norway agreed there'll be no deep-sea mining in the Arctic for the next 4 years, with the hope that eventually it'll be for good. Britain set a new wind power record, generating enough electricity to power over 23 million homes, around 3/4 of the nation's housing. Coho salmon have returned to California's Russian River for the first time in over 30 years, thanks to improved fish passages, habitat restoration, and salmon rescue missions. The Democratic Republic of Congo banned all capture, trade, and possession of African grey parrots, one of Africa's biggest wildlife conservation wins. And Kenya just opened the world's largest wildlife sanctuary that's about twice the size of London to help save the critically endangered black rhinos. Tap like and follow to keep the good news on your feed in 2026.
It's good stuff.
There it is. Oh my god. Oh, it knocked one all the way down there. Holy shit, all 3 of them are there.
Get out of there.
Well, this can't be good at all.
So apparently postal workers were given this letter on January 5th, 2026. Subject line, Postal Service employees continue to provide essential services. Keyword essential. Are you ready for this? It states during large-scale emergencies, epidemics, hurricanes, civil unrest, etc., states and localities may issue curfew orders or other directives restricting travel and other commercial and personal activities. Even if the state or local action does not contain such an exemption, the Postal Service's operations are governed by federal law. Therefore, they are essential. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Employees and contractors should carry the essential services letter with them as they perform duties for the Postal Service and travel to and from work. It is critical that all employees and contractors carry their postal ID badge with them at all times. If encountered or stopped by the state or local law enforcement officials enforcing travel restrictions, the postal worker or contractor should identify themselves as a Postal Service employee, show the official their postal issue ID badge, and provide a copy of the letter with this information to the official. What is going on? This is real, people. Really fucking scary. Travel restrictions? Essential employees? I'm not going to say it, but I think we all know what ML is. Travel restrictions? Curfews? This is not good.
But didn't you check your work email?
Is that something that's real? Work email?
They said they haven't gotten that letter since COVID. So I don't know. It's probably just a yearly protocol. Just so you know.
Surprise, motherfucker. Supplies, motherfucker. Some fries, motherfucker. Disguise, motherfucker. Some pies, motherfucker. All rise, motherfucker. Wrong size, motherfucker. First prize, motherfucker. Hard eyes, motherfucker. Rude eyes, motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
This is unfortunately what can happen to your brain if you drink too much energy drinks. You see this white part right here, that's a bleed in the deep structures of the brain. One time I saw this young man that came in and couldn't move half of his body, and the CAT scan showed that there was a bleed in his brain. His systolic blood pressure was over 200, everything else checked out. No known medical history, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs. The only thing was that he was drinking multiple energy drinks for years. It's important to remember that energy drinks are not just coffee, and they often contain very high doses of caffeine plus stimulants like taurine and guarana. And together, these can push your nervous system into a constant fight or flight state. That means that your heart rate and your blood pressure can spike, that your heart rate can stay higher, your blood vessels stay tighter, and your blood pressure can creep up silently over time. In this person's case, he had developed severe high blood pressure without even realizing it, and that pressure can damage the small vessels in his brain, and they're like pipes. When the pressure builds too high, it can burst, which led to the bleed. Now, this doesn't happen to everyone, but it's very important to know about the risks. And this is not about blaming or shaming anybody. Many people turn to energy drinks because they are exhausted when working long hours, raising families, or just trying to function. But from a brain and blood vessel standpoint, chronic overstimulation matters and can harm your brain and your vascular health. My point is, if you drink energy drinks, make sure you do it in moderation, and they're not harmless when they are used daily and in excess, and your blood vessels will always remember the pressure you put them under.
They say there's this thing called post-Japan depression, and it's a real thing.
Oh, shit.
Yes. You Google this. Look it up on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. Like, anybody who goes to Japan, you go there and you experience this, like, legitimate utopia. And then when you come back to wherever you came from, like America, you literally have depression. Like, it's a dopamine depletion when you get back. I was there 2 months ago on a trip with some buddies for like 2 weeks, and same thing. I came back and it's like you're just drained and depressed because you come back to like America.
That's fascinating to me because I feel I'd be so overwhelmed with the lights and the people, because I'm a very seclusive, like, mountains are my home, right? Like, I love just peace. I love quiet. I love looking at stars. But then you take something like Tokyo, which is the polar opposite of everything that I ever want to be or ever want to, like, live in and experience for a long term. But hearing that, it's fascinating me because obviously they're doing something right, like efficiency, the cleanliness.
It's like the whole country is like staying in a 5-star hotel, if I can put it that way. So
it looks like that. Even restaurants are mind blowing. Like,
the hospitality's next level. The food's next level. I mean,
how do they treat Americans there?
Nicely. Yeah, they're very. If you're respectful, Because what would piss me off, especially when I lived there, is when I would see tourists come around, like the Australians, because they're everywhere, the Aussie tourists, or like dumb Americans that would come by, or also like you'd also have to deal with like the sailors in Yokosuka or the airmen in Yokota and the Marines from Oki coming to mainland for leave and stuff. So when I would see tourists, running amok and being loud on a train or something, I'm like, guys, shut the fuck up. Like, be respectful of the society, because if you are, they're not going to have a problem with you at all. They're going to be very welcoming. They're going to try to speak English with you to help you out and give you directions and all that stuff. On my last trip, because if you go to Japan, you can't just go to Tokyo.
What's about to happen?
This is about to happen. I don't know if there's a protocol, but...
What are you trying to do?
Let's just improvise.
What do you got in there?
I got my cat Fob. He's the best. No way. He's been out all day.
Can he say what's up to the stream real quick? Hey!
Hi, Faba.
What are you trying to do? You're trying to sing?
Yeah, let's vocalize. If you drive a beat, I'll create a melody.
Yeah, let's do it.
The feelings on your mind, oh baby, don't you know? Baby, you know.
Shawty, she switching positions. I know that she treating me different. Still got division. Oh, she like it. I just got reminded.
Shorty, yo, I'm a thousandaire. I can spend 1,000 over here. Out to her, I put the G in gear. Then I threw a little G in the air.
Money, I blow it like that. Spend it right out and I make it right back. That's how I ride. I gotta fly. I got that dope, yeah, that's what I provide.
Off the top, ain't nobody hot. We on the corner, right up on the block. 254 is where I work.
Check it out, the suit and the shirt.
I've given it all my love and then you take it back. Don't you go. I don't wanna be in this place.
Bring it back on time and it goes. Yeah, wonder why the time moving slow. Only got one life, better do it right when we live in a moment. Got me the seconds, you know I'm my own.
That's so dope.
I'm here.
Oh, wow.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Okay.
Bill Gates?
Rev that throttle.
Really strange. This 19-year-old guy drops out from Harvard and founds Facebook, okay? And now he's a billionaire. How does that happen, guys? Well, it must be the American dream. Oh, ChatGPT, guys. Really strange. If you have a dream and you just follow it, you can become a billionaire in America. Yeah. It's all just a scam, right? Google. It's all just a scam. Okay? What you need to understand about these companies is they were all founded with U.S. military technology that is public. Okay? The internet, it's a U.S. military technology. Google, these search engines, it's all U.S. military technology. And they were given to these guys for free. Why would they do that? Okay? Again, if you think that we're ruled by secret societies, and it's really these secret societies that control the world, and they want this technology out there to better surveil people, it makes a lot more sense, right? Because if the Pentagon said, hey, with this free computer that you can use, you'd be like, I'm not going to use this computer because you'll spy on me, right? But if Mark Zuckerberg says, hey, free Facebook, guys, you want to use it? You're like, yeah, sure, Facebook, yeah. He's a dork from Harvard. Of course he can be trusted.
Exactly. It's fucking white bread. You fucking nerd.
Right? Same strategy, okay, guys?
Did he really just call Mark Zuckerberg a dork from Harvard?
Sup, boys? I duct taped a spoon to my ceiling fan. Check it out.
Ingenuity, Redneck edition. That's funny.
Every kiss begins with
Ketamine, a hydrochloride tranquilizer used in veterinary practice.
Excuse me, are you a cop? Yes, sir. Why did the cops show up early to the protest? Why did the cops show up early to the protest? To beat the crowd.
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
What do you have here?
It's lunch.
Is that 2 steaks for 1 person?
It's sandwiches. None of your business.
Next time, add a salad.
That would be so awesome, especially if you lived alone.
Can't make a thirst trap of a PB&J. Shut the fuck.
Keep on smiling. Oh, shit! I said over easy!
That's pretty legit.
Bro, there are really some unexplainable things on the internet, like the Chris Benoit Wikipedia thing. You remember that?
What is that?
Okay, so you know Chris Benoit, right? The WWE wrestler that ended up killing himself and his son and his wife.
Yes, super tragic.
So Chris Benoit in 2007 was scheduled to like be a part of an ECW, like a wrestling match, right? He didn't show up. The company behind the scenes was doing a lot of speculating and trying to figure out, like, reach out to him and all these things. Nobody knew what was going on. So on June 25th, 2007 at 12:01 a.m., an anonymous user on Wikipedia edited Chris Benoit's page and said, Chris Benoit did not show up to his ECW match due to personal reasons, the death of his wife. Right?
What?
Which is crazy because Chris Benoit, when he committed these murders, it was a 3-day event that happened. He had killed only, at this point, when this was posted, police believe he had only killed his wife up until this point. Him and his son were still alive.
How would that person know?
How would they know that? Right. The bodies were not found for another 14 hours. So once this was known, right, the cops believed maybe this person knew something that everyone else didn't, right? So they investigated. Turns out they tracked the IP address of the person who made this edit. The IP came back from Stamford, Connecticut, which is the headquarters of the WWE.
No way.
Well, turns out that this guy who posted it apparently came out and said, like, it was just a crazy coincidence. I just posted some crazy stuff and I just so happened to be right. A lot of people don't believe that, and I am one of those people.
No,
because coincidences of that size don't just happen.
That's, yeah.
It's 100 years later now. We can say Einstein got quantum mechanics all wrong. But what people don't really talk about is that he came up with the experiment to prove himself wrong. He was so against quantum mechanics. He was like, you know what? If you guys do X, Y, and Z, it's going to turn up with these numbers and I'll be right and you guys will all be wrong. And then he was so wrong and they were all right. To the point where he called it spooky. Spooky action at a distance. With all the stuff that he came up with, he should have been right about. Still, to this day, quantum and relativity, like, don't agree with each other. It's because we don't really know what gravity is. A whole nother tangent. Oh, actually, video hijacked. We're going to talk about gravity because, yeah, you can drop something and it falls. Whee! But, like, that happens at every single point on the planet. So you're, like, here on top of it and it goes down. And then you're here and then it goes down. So it's like force that's just like pulling us inward towards the thing. And we know the equation that describes it is talking about like the relationship between two objects. So we're like, okay, big earth, small human, we're stuck to it. That makes sense, right? It's a force pulling us into the earth. But if you were to be like in the middle of space where there's no gravity and you're in a rocket ship and all of a sudden it starts just like accelerating, you're gonna like, ah! And like get stuck to the back of it. Acceleration causes that force. A force very similar to gravity. So no windows on the rocket ship kind of represents the fact that we can't step outside of our universe and observe like the whole entire thing. Till we can do that, we don't know what it is on a fundamental level, if it's a force or if it's some acceleration of some sort. This is all relativity. This is the stuff that Einstein came up with. And like the reason it doesn't agree with quantum mechanics is because quantum mechanics doesn't really mess with the same rules when it comes to time. Relativity is so weird. If you've seen Interstellar, like, you know, if you go to another planet, that bigger force of gravity, it's like time's gonna move a little bit differently. Like 3 hours on that planet was like 30 years on the other planet. He comes back, he's younger than his daughter. How does that even happen? Like that happens in real life. It's not just like, oh yeah, it works, the math works. Like we have technology that depends on this math, on relativity. All Einstein was saying, all spooky action at a distance is saying, is that if there's space between something, it takes time to travel there, and you can't travel faster than light. But then quantum mechanics is like, oh, if something happens here, this person can just like know about it quantum mechanically, but just instantaneously. Like that's really weird because nothing can travel faster than the speed of light. Relativity knows this. That's what Einstein came up with. So how are things happening at the same time? It's impossible. But we've proven over the years that yes, it is possible, and now we have technology that's based off of that type of physics too. So they just like don't agree with each other. And out of the 4 forces that like run this universe that we mostly talk about, we got them to agree on 3 of them. But the last gravity force, because we don't know what it is, we don't know how to bridge that connection between them. Hope that helps.
I hate you. I hate you. Stop it.
Everybody was asking me for a facial hair tutorial, so let's go.
Mikey, what you doing?
And that's all there is to it.
That's so different.
No, literally every time I laugh.
What just happened?
Alright, ready?
Oh, yeah.
Gee, I don't want this so bad.
Oh, my.
Is that the river down there? Wow. That'd be cool. He understood the assignment.
Okay, I just remember I love you. I'm so sorry. Okay, just put it by your soda shirt. Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Oh no. I'm so sorry.
Right now? Yes. Okay. I'm a little nervous.
I'm a little scared.
Do you know what I call that one?
Oh, Greg.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Greg.
Here's my boy.
I'm not in paper pants under.
So, all right, let's do the reveal.
All right.
Oh, man. That's awesome.
She hates it.
I tried my best. This is.
Am I gonna be offended?
No. Alright, ready?
Beautiful girlfriend, guys. All right, are you ready? There you go.
Wow, that looks pretty accurate.
That's funny.
That's terrible. Why is my eyelash is so intense?
Okay, go.
Man, I'm gonna have to try this.
Yeah. Yeah. Cry. Yeah.
Yo, who in the fucking was walking out here, bro? What is this nonsense?
What is he doing?
You got left, right, center. You got one.
Listeners on Spotify, please welcome local hip-hop artist Baby No Money. Vancouver's own Baby No Money to tonight's game.
Bro's looking for his green card.
Whoa, high five.
B&B.
Fuck off. Oh my god. That is so much better than I thought. Wow.
Oh, that is incredible.
I knew it would be.
We have to get a story of this in itself.
Go on again.
Alright, let's go!
That's gnarly. Gnarly Louie. He's like, not again.
Do you need a snack? Are you still hungry? Okay, I'll get you a snack.
No dogs on the beach? Shit.
What just happened?
Bro, you okay?
Whoa.
Get up, bro. You okay? You was on the cars.
Yeah, hold up.
You okay? You was laying on across the cars.
Yeah.
Okay. I just make it. The police gonna pull up on you.
Yeah. Let them pull up.
All right.
Who are you?
I'm Frazier. Nah. I'm not Frazier. I'm Frazier.
Man, you got that look in his
I
eye.
am Frazier. Bro, don't be on the cars like that, bro. Don't do what you do.
Yo, what?
Don't use laying.
A car like that, trying to bust the windshield out?
No.
What you talking about?
You was laying across.
What you talking about then?
You want to see
What
it?
you talking
Nah, man, I'm going about my business, man. I'm going about my business, man. That man wild, man. We ain't got time for that shit. The boy a zombie out here.
We trying to help you out.
No, stay. I'm telling you, you guys were in love.
Tell him to stay, Bert. Tell him not to get back with his ex, Bert. Be a good friend, Bert.
She hasn't even had time to change.
No, stay.
She's changed. Dude, she's going to yoga.
She didn't get better, she got worse. She got worse. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him, he's wrong. Don't listen. Tell him to stay. Stay. Make him stay. Stay.
That's my boy. He's in love, man. Go get her, dude. Go out.
I don't play video games anymore. I miss my friends. Bert, don't let him go out that door. No.
That's amazing.
I learned how to call crows. Ready? What up, fam?
What the heck? What is it? Wait, is it going down?
Yeah, going down. Can you see that close?
I won't zoom in that much, but
Do you just hope the horse comes back or have a tracker
I should
or
have
what?
bought my guitar. What up with you, boy?
I'm good, bro. I'm alright. Nice to meet you, man.
I know. Come on, really?
I don't know.
Why, clever? How I ain't gonna know who you are? I love your quickness.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
You gonna catch a vibe? I know you build beats right on
bro.
the spot.
What are you trying to get into?
Give me like some reggae vibes, man.
Oh.
You want me to give you the bass line? Or you got me?
Sure.
Give me this.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Boy, I fuck with it. Enough styly, and me got enough styly. With the one Irie, we got enough styly. Out there in Brooklyn, we smoke Cincy. Wine Clef man, the big Fuji. Spanish, vida amiga. Buenos días, señorita. Como está usted y su familia? 2 1s ain't enough to make it rain. Microphone check 1 2. Rap lives in my veins. Skip the 6, go to 7. That's the number of completion. Adam ate the apple, so they cast him from Eden. 20/20 vision, say the good die young. You know I had to trick that's how I made it past 21. Clean them in me, packing a green, no eat no rice, no pork and bean, not to go out and go the mic up pro. Eat banana, eat mango. Story and it never begun. See Dracula on television, you would ripe on the neck like vampire man. Use a cross for your weapon. Hey girl, I can see your body moving. And it's driving me crazy. $5 to see go. Much corrupted by porno.
Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another Bryce is Right. I hope y'all enjoyed the show today, and I hope y'all have a great freaking week. It's starting to get cold out there, so stay warm. Get your amenities in order, and just relax and get ready for springtime. Find you something good to learn, something new, something that'll occupy your time and space, because you know TV media is just not doing it outside of Bryce's, right? I'm itching for something, you know. That's why, of course, I started golfing. I don't know what other people would gravitate towards. So if anything, if y'all need ideas, then let me know. But find you a hobby this year that you can lean on in any emotion, and you'll thank me next year, the beginning of next year. I promise you that. Yeah, other than that, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on any future content, and please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what's up. Other than that, we will see y'all next time. All right, y'all, peace.
I'm gonna put my nutsack on your drum set, okay? If you do that, I am warning you.